Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now before we go outside and continue work on the chicken run, I just want to share some information while I remember it. Now when I spoke to Billy, spoke about this, he said he got this from a cafe in Dinard and the cafe purchased this back in 1920. Yep, it'd been in there all that time. So yeah, what a fabulous piece of history, French history you got there. Okay, right, let's head outside and crack on with that chicken run. And a little bit later on in the video, we'll be having a look at some more items that I've got from Billy's convent. We'll get this done first because this is very important. Okay, this is how I've got on with it so far. Now I've put some white cable ties on it for a reason. I want it to be visible. I don't want people walking into it because it does kind of merge into the background. Yeah, I'm going as quick as I can. So we've got this green wire mesh attached to the wire mesh behind it. Now there will be another one going around it, a finer chicken wire. Don't forget, this is still in the design and build phase. We'll have something going on the top, but what I want to do is just get it fixed in place so that everything else can be done on the outside. So just here, I've bent this back because if you remember, this top sheet didn't quite meet. It was 1 square too short once it butts up to here. So we've put a return on here. The other side will run past the edge there, and then this will be fixed. We've still got some timber and other things to go in here, but I just wanted to get it attached securely to there. We'll get this cleared out. We'll get that hatch opened. And they can come out here today, pull my finger out, get this done. No, start pecking all this lovely green grass and some of them brambles. You know, this will be perfectly fine for them till I get the wire mesh around it. I'll be supervising them, I'll be in this area. A fox can't get through there and certainly can't dig in the time it'll take me to get from there to here. So no worries there. You know, I don't want to put the chickens at risk. Right, I've got to scrape this out level. Go and get me rake. Now this end, got some upturns here. I'll get a timber or a batten across here and fix it to here. So that will secure it to here. We'll get a batten down into the masonry that side and a batten down that side. Now for access, I mentioned previously, I'm probably going to put a door in that end, and then this will be a permanent fixture here. And then what I'll do, once I've sorted the door out, we'll have like a mobile, they call them tractors, fitted on the end. Chickens come out. They can go into the tractor, we can shut the hatch, and we can then move it around the garden, because in no time they're going to turn this into mud. Yeah, he agrees. So the chickens will eventually get a tractor. Wish I had one. Now the weather has taken a real turn. Well, if you think for the worst, it's colder. I don't actually mind it being a little bit cooler. Oh, sorry, what we got here? A bit of metal. But yeah, definitely a chill in the air. Now what I've got to make sure is there's no glass or anything in here. I'll cut them. There's a little bit of slate. I don't think that'll be too bad. What do we have here? An old cog, winding of some sort, some farm implement. Put that to one side. Okay, so what we'll try and do now is get this running past into this section. We'll get a batten down here. Yep, that one to do there. We've just got to come a little bit closer, get this right out underneath here, and once that's pulled up to here we can get the fixing along there, and the same the other side. Now I do try to explain as much as I can what I'm doing whilst I'm doing it, but it appears that some people either skip or have me on mute, I don't know, and they ask all the questions that I've addressed all through the video. Maybe it's my accent. You've got subtitles on. Okay. Yeah, it does dig in the ground, but that's a good thing. be wires keeping these wires together. This is just to help me whilst I'm doing it. I think I'll have one here. I can reach it from either side. And a big thank you goes out to my dad, who is sponsoring this video today. He's bought me a new drill. Very powerful, lightweight, and ideal for what I need here. So thanks very much, Dad and Mum. How's that looking? So I'm going to straighten out the other side. Perfect. Plan for this section later on is to lay a proper path down here. All the brambles are going to be going. There'll be a path running off that way into the rest of the garden. Now what I'll probably do around the base is get some boards, some deeper boards, attach it to the perimeter, put the chicken wire behind it first, and then drive some metal rebar into the ground. And like we mentioned, the grid comes out probably to about here as well. We'll staple that down so that the fox, you know, if he tries to dig, he's got to come way back here. That won't happen. We would have rumbled him by then. Okay, let's see whether this fits. Now we had noticed that the fox been trying to dig underneath the pig barn to get to the chicken, so we know he's about. He's not going to beat us though. Now what I normally do is go in with a smaller drill piece, like a pilot, and then step it up a little bit, and it makes it much easier, especially if you're going cordless. Now if you've got 2 speeds on your drill, something like this, set it to 1 and probably on to 24. Got it nice and tight. Now if we lost that fixing, we could unscrew the screw, put a smaller one on the end of the screw, slightly smaller like that, tap it in, and then try it again. Not getting through that in a hurry. Same again, we'll use our smaller drill bit. Does make a lot of difference. We're probably going from a 6 to an 8. Just that 2mm makes it a lot easier. Work smart, not hard. We'll just get that screwed up now. Brilliant. Okay, we're all secure around this end. It is temporarily fixed together, as I keep explaining. But now what I want to do is go around the base, and they've got like the spikes sticking out the grid. I want to bang them into the ground. Simply do it like that. There we go, we've got some instant perches in there for them, should they need to have a little perch, but I think they're going to be too busy eating all that grass and grubs and bugs, all those sorts of creepy crawlies that are probably under all the slate. Okay, let's go inside, see the chickens. Open sesame! Now, I haven't seen the film Chicken Run, but I would imagine it's something like this. Eating all them brambles, lovely. Come on, out you come. They're liking that. What a lovely sight. Come on. Some of that sunshine. Well, that is certainly a start, isn't it? As mentioned time and time again, this isn't finished. It's just safe enough for them to be out here with me in the area, keeping an eye on them. Well, they certainly seem to be liking the fresh grass. They had been let out, you know, since we've had them. We let them settle in, and then we spent several, you know, afternoons, evenings with them. But that fox was always lurking close by, and yeah, they're very cunning, as you well know. Part of nature, but you have to go elsewhere, I think. Lovely. So let's talk cost. What does it cost me? Well, Sam's mum Lynn gave me this green wire. The actual material cost, I think, was €30. A couple of packets of ties. You know, all in by the time I'm finished. Depending on how much chicken wire is, less than €100 or $100. Door in here, and then I'll look into the options we've got of making something mobile that can be attached with a door closed, and then we'll wheel the chickens in various places around the garden. I think that's the best way to go with it. Just needed to get something built rather quick, and this was the quickest thing I could come up with, really, for the money. Now this is missing one vital element. You guessed it. Yay. Guard duty. And I would also like to say a big thank you to John, who purchased this via my online website shop, welcome to SeansWorld.com. That's where all the items that I list for Billy would be going, along with many of my own. Now, at first glance, it looks like an ordinary, what we'd call a fish kettle. It does have a rather unusual tap on it. Now, I've not seen one like this with a tap on the end. You get plenty of pots with these on for splitting fats and skimming stuff off, but never in a fish kettle, so it's quite an unusual find. Yeah, lovely piece. Fairly decent interior. Is actually missing its lift out liner, but they can be pretty easily obtained. So I think what I'll do, once I get organised, we've had car troubles this week and it's been a bit, you know, hectic and all over the place with this as well. I'll do a few dedicated videos on a few more of the items. Can go a little bit deeper into their uses and how they'll be available to purchase. I think that is it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.